Okay, I'm going to go over the two Chic Sparrow A5 traveler notebooks that I've received, and I ordered two. Pretty much I ordered, I believe it was the Outlander Jitney Red initially, like in the evening, and then the next morning I'm like, oh, I should have ordered the other one, so I went ahead and, because I didn't want to, wind up having one and not really like it, I wound up buying another one the next morning. And because the Outlander Red came earlier, or maybe it was the other way around, I wound up like moving into this one first, and then the Maverick came, and I realized that it probably wasn't going to work for the original goal, which was to put my Hobonichi Cousins in it, which is an A5 planner. So I'll show you the differences. Of course, this is the Outlander A5 Jitney Red. This is the Maverick Golden Brown Deluxe, and so this does not have pockets, even though I've added pockets to it now, and then this one does have pockets. And so I was thinking that the Golden Brown Maverick was going to look a little more polished and professional, and I actually tried to put my Hobonichi into it when I first got it, and it didn't seem to feel right. It seemed bulky. It seemed like it wasn't really meant for work. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the differences, and you'll get an idea of whether these are going to work for you, because that's why I'm putting these videos together, because I have been buying more than one of what I need because I'm not sure what's going to work out, because I don't have any way to see them online really, and see them in the way that I think I'm going to use them. So I'm hoping that this can help someone out so they don't have to buy like duplicates of everything. So this is how it's set up with the Hobonichi inside, and then so far this is how it's set up for the Maverick. So you can see there's a big difference. This is very tight, the Outlander, and then the Maverick is very round. It's a stiffer leather, plus it's the Deluxe, and I'll show you what that means. But you can even tell, look how thin this is compared to the Maverick. So thin can be good, and thick can be, good in a different way. So I like that the thinner leathers kind of mold around, and it allowed me to customize, and I have a different video to show that I've added some pockets, and there are pockets that work for me, I think, a little bit better based on the type of leather that I use from kind of an old wallet. So this guy here also has a riveted pen loop, versus this particular one has the sewn-in pen loop that goes inside. And I've already started to write. I just and I'll show you this here. These are going to be the pockets, and so they're made with that same Maverick leather, so it's stiffer, and it's just a little bit trickier to get things in and out of these little pockets. So I think it'd be good if you had like a credit card, something that you don't want to lose and you want it to be tight, but for just doing things really easily, it can be a little bit tricky. And then this side pocket is okay. I haven't figured out how I'm going to use it right now. This is just a piece of cardstock that I got from one of those packs that you can order through Studio Calico. This is Tomo River paper that I got online. It's the 8.5 by 11, and if you get an A5 is not exactly half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but because most notebooks are made so that you could put a little bit more in, it fits really well with no overhang. So I like that a lot, because then I can just pretty much I just fold it in half and then stick it in the elastic, and it's like set. The thing I had trouble with is when I'm writing, like some people you hit this little loop here, so I may have to just remove it because it's annoying the heck out of me. I can't write, so unless I can work with it some more, but right now I'm like annoyed by it. Then there's a secretarial pocket in the back. I put some of this Chic Sparrow stuff just so I can remember what this thing is. And oh, and when I first got it, I actually have to admit that I was like kind of sad when I saw the front. It was also in the evening, so it didn't seem as pretty. And when you see it in the sunlight, this is kind of, you know, daylight but not directly in the sun. In the sun, it looks really pretty. It's really beautiful. I actually prefer, though, this side, which is the back. And maybe I can get used to having the Chic Sparrow logo kind of upside down, because I don't really see it, but I actually prefer it this way. The only problem would be is that, because then it also makes it better because I'm right-handed, and so then I won't hit the pen loop anymore, so that'd be like spectacular. You can see the only problem then becomes the secretarial pocket is upside down. So I don't think it'll be a big deal, because look at that, it's so firm, and there's no like looseness, that I think it'll be totally fine. And now just showing you guys, I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because this side is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and so what I thought this would be is more like an art journal, because it just feels like beautiful, and it feels like it needs to have pretty things inside. And so and I wish I could use it at work. It's just so darn bulky that it's even hard for me to kind of hold it. So I'm thinking it's just going to stay at home, which is not a bad thing. So I'm just going to look at it, put stuff in it, but other than that, it's not going to be go in many places. So again, thicker leather with the Outlander, which means that it's also stiffer. And it has, this is the Deluxe, and I believe that Outlander doesn't come now with pockets, so I added my own pockets, which seems to work really well, at least so far. Been able to stick a lot of stuff even in a tiny pocket without a lot of bulk. And I like the way the pen loop is, the way the Riveted Pen Loop is set. It kind of allows your hand to just kind of move over it, and my doggy apologizes for hitting the camera. And here we go. So I still think that the Outlander Jitney Red, it's beautiful. I think because it has the raw edges that it doesn't feel as professional. So I love it, and it works really well. And the Hobonichi A5 Cousins is my work planner. So I think I'm still, I've got one more that's coming it's going to be a Zencraft A5. And I think it'll probably look more professional, so I'll just see how it feels. I mean, I wish there was like, you know, some type of store where you could just go and feel these things, but if you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to find out what these look like before you actually order, you can always like make a comment, and then you can kind of see what it's like before you buy it, if that would help you at all. But because it's a super big investment, and I think if I had to do it again, if I had felt this, got a chance to put the Hobonichi in it, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, even though it's pretty. This I would still have gotten, though it looks kind of dull. But it's actually very similar in terms of the leather texture to the ZLYC that I have. And so, I don't know, I think these leathers are very similar. And the kind of deep richness of the color is equivalent. Dark green, this kind of dark red, also called Jitney Red. I think I like that. Kind of velvety, not too thick, but feels like it's, you know, covering and protecting the Hobonichi. So if anyone wants this guy, I can sell it. Maybe I might sell it at some point, but I did get it embossed, and so that might annoy someone else. So we shall see. Alright, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.